Hi. Hi. Fuck me. Hey there, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. We're here on a Wednesday, a little bit later than usual. I don't know if you guys know this, but because I am a professional, sometimes what happens is that people tell me, hey, Piggy, wait, something's wrong. They say, hi, Piggy. Would you like to edit my trailer for me? And I said yes. So I've been editing a trailer for a product that is not mine, that is going to come out in a bit. It's a fun trick with a lighter, and I was doing a trailer for it. That was the sort of bit and the reason why. Now, that actually adds into a little tirade on productivity, right? I'm a sort of guy that I don't want to stop something once I've already started. And I think starting is the hardest part for most people. So you got to get to the point where it's really hard for you to want to stop, which is what I do. I hate when I have to stop and do something like a live stream, and it stops the flow of productivity. Now, luckily for this particular trailer, the only thing that we're going back and forth on right now is font. Is font, so that's good. That's a good thing to go back and forth on. If it was something more aggressive, I'd be annoyed. But alas, your boy's trying to make that cheese. So because of that, you should buy my new book, The View from Down Here and The Art of the Squeal. The View from Down Here and The Art of the Squeal. Look at that. Both available now in the link in the description section below. But welcome to the PigCast. We have an action-packed episode here for today for you guys, the PigCake community, the PigCake cunt community. We're all here, we're queer, and we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere because this
is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
You are welcome. I just want to remind you, she's incorrect. They, them, her, it, incorrect. So just keep that in mind. We're going to talk a little bit about a couple things. You got some voicemails that we're going to go through. Kettle calling the pot black, which seems to be something that I like to say in terms of hypocrisy, which we're going to get into today. And hypocrisy with my favorite topic, which is fat women. Fat women. I'm a proud fat phobe. I know that some people accuse me of being ist, part of the ist accusation list of things. You're a blank ist, you're a this ist, you're a this ist. I'm none of those. I could tell you that I'm none of those. What I am, though, is that I'm fat phobic. That's what I am. Not scared of the fats, by the way. What am I going to... I'm just going to briskly walk in any direction, and I'm getting away from them. I'm not scared of them, but I don't like them. I don't like them, and I wish for their better health. So I'm a proud fat phobe, and we're going to be talking about one today. I'm actually going to show you guys another self-defense technique. I'm going to show you guys another self-defense technique. You guys liked the one that I showed you on a previous live stream, so what I thought is that I would go ahead and show you another one that you guys could probably partake in. Just because sometimes it's depending on the venue. So sometimes you're going to be able to defend yourself a little bit better than normal. And this is a good one if you have a little bit more distance between you and the participant or you and the victim, the future victim. Autism. We're going to talk about autism. Not all autism is bad. Here's the thing. Not all autism is bad. Actually, none autism is bad. None of autism is bad. But some are better than others. It's a spectrum, after all. So some aspects of autism are better. And we're going to talk about one that I saw today. We're also going to talk about a pig woman, a woman that's actually obsessed with pigs. So I have a chance. I have a chance at getting some. And as usual, car idiots. So pretty hot and heavy. Very heavy episode here. Are you excited? No. I said, are you excited? I am. I'm excited. Let's look at the comments here. There's a book about procrastination called The Art of War. I swear to God, I still haven't finished it yet. You get it? It's a book on procrastination. It's like when you go, hey, look, somebody put gullible. Somebody put the word gullible on the ceiling. And then they go, what? And you go, ha, 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 ha. Your parents hate each other. In China, most of Asia, being fat phobic is expected. You're weird if you're not, says Hane. I'm with the Chinese people. CLM, China Lives Matter. Hey, you're on time, Manel, which is weird considering your distance, right? You're in Portugal, so you should be sleeping right now. But alas, you are awake. Hungry and Hungover says, yeah, high-calorie humans. That's my favorite way to refer to fats. I saw that on Twitter. I've had a couple of tweets take off in terms of views recently. I think I'm doing my best work on Twitter. If you're not following me, you're missing out on some good quips. Anthony Apoyan says, "What's up, my pig? I'm glad I caught a podcast because I'm at work. They don't write me up. I hope they don't write me up because I'm practicing methods off the PigCake Magic Academy. Ever heard of it? Just for the price of a White Claw. Actually, White Claw is getting exponentially more expensive. So cheaper than a White Claw, my friends. Cheaper than a White Claw in any bar is the PigCake Magic Academy. So if you're not aware of it, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself for being a magician, but you should be more ashamed of yourself for not joining the academy. I wanted to have this whole bits in Blackpool, the convention, where I had the shirt with the convention. I had the PigCake Magic Academy shirt for QR code, but the QR code expired. So for some odd reason, it didn't work. And I used a weird website. I should have just used the website that I used for the QR codes for the books right here that don't expire. But alas, I didn't know that then. So I have a shirt that's useless, essentially, with a QR code that doesn't work for the PigCake Magic Academy. With the attempts that I would go to shill my shit, like, hey, you should join the academy. Hey, you should join the academy.
5 or 6 stores or just one.
Noah Tishby.
That is, we have the Magic Buzz. The Magic Buzz dropping some hot cash on me like I'm some sort of slut. I feel like you've dropped enough money where I now have to do something to you at your request. You've dropped enough where it's gotten to the point of sexual favors. So I don't know if maybe we could arrange that, per se, some sort of arrangement where I go to Canada and I blow you. But let me just give you a warning. I gag when I brush my teeth to show you how hetero I am, that I can't even brush my teeth for long without gagging. And apart from that, I really don't know what else I could do to you. Maybe you could do to me. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Noah Tishby. I don't know what that means. Again, I feel like that might be a slur if you record it backwards. Am I getting to somewhere? Noah Tishby. Is that like one of those things where you rearrange it and it turns into something? I know that you were aggressive from me reading the, wanting to read the manifesto. So I don't know if that's maybe a name that's related to that. Mike, what's up, Mike? Your last name should be Hawk. Mike says, insert joke here that there are only 2 autisms. That's very based. That's very based of you, Mike. I appreciate you, but I don't like that you're funnier than me. Stop it. Don't be funnier than me. So I guess let's just get right into it, my friends. Let's get right into it. Let me have the voicemails in the background just in case somebody goes in there. Let me go voicemail there. Magic Buzz says to Google her. So just because I will Google her, I didn't know that was a her, by the way. Noah Tishby. So let's look at Noah Tishby and see who that is. Noah Tishby, Israeli actress. Let's see if she's in the news now. Oh my goodness. She looks very attractive from the thumbnail that I'm looking at. Let's see. You
can stop at 5 or 6 stores or just one.
I love you. Greetings from Barcelona.
Hey, Barcelona. Sorry, I got distracted by another one here. We have Javi Lamarca from Barcelona saying that I love you. Greetings from Barcelona. I have to say, I've known a couple women from Barcelona, and they are tip-top. Now, there's something about Spanish women. They're easy. I'd never got my way with them. I just knew them. But I knew that they were easy within the circle that I was running with. And they're very attractive, but they all smoke cigarettes, which makes them a little bit hotter. So they don't vape. They smoke cigarettes. So congrats on you from being from such a good country that develops some strong, hot women. Javi, I appreciate that. So hold up, Noah. So this is what you told me to look up, or what I guess I'm looking at here. Some strong features per se. She kidnapped? Was she kidnapped? I don't know. I'm a fan of Israeli women. I've mentioned this many times before. I'm a fan of Jewish women per se. She has a weird combination, a very odd combination here, where she doesn't look 100% Israeli. I would say she could even pass off as Latina, like some sort of Latina. Not a fan. Gotta tell you, not a fan. When she was this big in the thumbnail, I'd say yes. but I'm not a fan of your girl Noah here. I don't know if there's some sort of deeper meaning to that. But alas, Magic Buzz, I hope that did enough for you to finish. So starting right off the bat, this is a quick one here. Speaking of, I guess this is topical to my my professed fat phobia. I saw this on Twitter, and I guess this is making through the rounds, right? And what's great about this is this girl right here, right? This is the first thing that you're shown. So this is one of those things where this is a podcast. You have content, you have a back and forth, you have drops.
You know, we're living in a society.
There's visual, we go into different topics. That's a podcast. What seems to be a podcast now is you have a microphone, you have a camera, and you have two bitches talking about dumb shit. No, that's not a podcast. Give me something to look at. Give me something that I could look at with my eyeballs other than you. And in this case, we have this, which is a trap. Don't get me wrong. This girl is very attractive. I like the thighs. I like the legs. I don't like the little ankle bracelet, but whatever. I'm not going to kick her out of bed for that. I like the posture. You see, the posture is very hot. I love the hair. You could be a very unattractive girl, but have nice hair, and I'll be a fan of it. But she is going to be a 25 out of 10 in approximately 4 seconds. I'm letting you know ahead of time that this girl, by proximity to what you are about to see, makes her a 25 out of 10. And I know some people might say, wow, Piggy, that's not mathematically possible. 100% is 100%. You can't have 105%. You can't have more than 100 because 100 encompasses the entirety of the unit. But no, in this case it's possible. So let me show you.
Explain what an incel is. So an incel is just like someone who's involuntarily celibate. That loser sitting on Reddit for 23 hours a day with Cheetah dust and empty Mountain Dew cans all around them.
Here we go. Here's where it's at. I don't know if you're a scientist like me, but that is the specific instance in which she has not only become the kettle in shape, but also metaphorically become the kettle, calling the pot black. Now, a kettle traditionally is black, even though a lot of them are clear, but a kettle is black traditionally. And then a pot is also black traditionally. So it's the kettle saying, hey, you're black. And, you could turn it around. I don't have to explain the metaphor, even though I just did. But we have exactly the reason why this girl becomes such more. Even right now, she's great, I would say. That's amazing. But exponentially becomes infinitely more attractive. And also, the hypocrisy, the hypocrisy that you have here is right here. Molto bene.
Incel is just like someone who's involuntarily celibate. That loser sitting on Reddit for 23 hours a day with Cheetah dust and empty Mountain Dew cans all around them. And it just has a real stank smell that is involved with these people. I'm just going to paint you an image. And like the fedora is a little crusty and the neck beard is strong, but the facial hair is weak. And there's a bald spot in the back. And you can just see the fedora just hanging on for dear life.
Now, I'm with her. I'm not a fan of those people as well. However, what you could see from this, clearly, let's break this down over here. And I put a tweet response, and it got some traction here in regards to her arm having cleavage. So look at this. If you zoom in right here, this right here is either, if you tilt it to it, it could be titties, it could be very robust breasts, or it could be a butt. It could be an entire butt. Now, what just gets me upset here is, again, not only the fact that this exists in our planet, but also just the self-indulgence, the inability to see oneself. Because obviously she's saying this for some sort of inciting some sort of reaction from a crowd to comment and to react to her video, even though obviously you can't be this ignorant. Look at the stance. Look at the stance in the chair, in the little chair that I wish I had a relationship as strong as this chair. She's there. This is the only way that she could breathe, by putting her arm behind her back, and that expands her chest. Let's see where she goes with this.
You can just see the fedora just hanging on for dear life. And he's sitting there muttering under his breath about how, like, Jessica Alba's ugly.
Right.
Literally,
yeah.
Wow, she's so hot. I wish they cut more to her because she is very attractive. But what's crazy here is, it has a great fit. She's talking about the fedora and all that shit. This set of headphones will never fall off her head because it has expanded so much that it's become one with her head. She had to adjust it to kind of pretend like, oh, haha, I have to. No, that thing is stuck on her head from how massive the girth is. And the worst part is here, there's no pretty girl under that. Usually some fat girls, you think, oh man, if you lost maybe 100 pounds, you'd be very pretty. There's nothing under this. There's a flatso. To coin Anthony Cumia of Opie and Anthony fame, a flatso is a person that's robust in size, but doesn't have any redeeming qualities in terms of buttocks or breasts. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry you guys had to see that. I saw that and I could not shake it out of my head. I know that certain people might say, oh, Piggy, wow, you're so mean. She probably has a thyroid issue. Well, at that point, does she have 5 thyroid issues? Because we need to study her. NASA needs to look at her. So I put her as Kettle Pop Black. That's how I put her in my show notes here. Let's go up. Let's go up and read these comments. Control Alt Unsee says H Syndicate. That's a good one. I got to tell you, that's a good one. I'm going to... Fuck, that's very easy. God, I hate it. You get a pin of glory. You get a pin of glory. And for the only reason of me copying that, I'm going to copy that and use that on a tweet. So thank you for giving me material that I'm going to use in a tweet to hopefully get some eyes. Control Alt Unsee. So I'm going to write that in my notes section. So that I could steal that joke from you, H Syndicate. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Fuck. Piggy has to rub the Magic Buzz's feet. That's all right. I'm cool with that. Their hips don't lie. Piggy's going to start watching George Dillman videos. He's a fake martial artist, if you don't know. Yeah, he's the one that talks about the... he's like, oh, I neutralize him with my finger. And if he has one toe up, it doesn't work. I've talked about it here before in a stream. Are you going to Blackpool? Depends. Depends if the money is there. If I'm getting paid to go, that's the only way that I'll go to Blackpool because it's a very expensive trip. I love hanging out with Peter, but I can't justify it. My credit hurts. Like your dad, says Nicholas Jordan. Lamau, why would you do that to yourself? Does she hate herself? She's become obsessed. Whoa, man, my phone can't handle all this weight. At least have a disclaimer. You broke my phone. Disclaimer. Projecting. So, yeah, that one is a lot of projection. You're right, David. And here you have to shift your focus to that type of lady, says Noah, and away from girls. Okay, so you're saying that my type is too young. Is that what you're saying, Magic Buzz? Because I have to say you're wrong. All right, they're all of age, first of all. They're attractive. And that Noah, not a fan. Not a fan. If you ever met her and she called you a fattest... You could reply with, I think you'll find you're the fattest. Reminds me of Al Bundy, of a sort of quip that Al Bundy would have. Why is my house talking with an American accent, says Cameron. Of course, referring to the house being the woman that we just saw. But yeah, that's pretty horrendous, I gotta say. And especially that she's blissfully unaware of her own existence. Let's listen to a voicemail here. Let's see, I know I have a couple. So let's take a look at this one. I'm going to refresh. Of course, if you want to leave a voicemail, make sure to look at the link in the description section below. I made it as easy as possible. I found a service that requires you not to sign up. And you could be anonymous if you want. My problem last time when I had this in ham radio, my previous podcast, was that you'd have to sign up and register for the service. But nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to want to do that to leave a voicemail. So this one, you could just leave a voicemail and you're good to go. So let's see this one. This one is Danielle Link.
Hi, PigCake. It's Danielle.
It's Nicholas.
We're real. I don't think there's anything wrong with me, but my doctors say otherwise. Mm-hmm. And there's no catch with Nick. I just love him. That's all. And his magic. And his virginisticness.
Yeah, but she's helped me transition out of that a lot. I don't do magic anymore because I discovered women. But I still watch you religiously. So you're the only channel that I hardcore watch that isn't like ridden with virginity. So thank you for that. You've been a huge inspiration. I appreciate it.
Wow, that's very impressive. So what we have there is an example. I hope that played, by the way. Yeah, okay, it did play. So what we have there is an example of what you get once you leave Magic. Once you leave Magic, look at what you get. You get what is ostensibly a very attractive young girl. All right, you get a girlfriend. You get stronger. You get some weight in your chest. Right, you could do the little titty dance. Can I do that if I'm moving my arms? Yeah, I can. That comes from push-ups. Ever heard of it? I should just be a jock all episode. Take the persona of a jock. But that's what you get right there from Nicholas himself. That's what you get. You get a relationship. You become a person. The better you are as a magician, the worse you are as a person. The better you are as a person, the better you are as a magician. That's the way it works, my friends. And I'm glad that Nicholas was able to prove that here today, along with Danielle via voice message. What else here? Let's see. I don't want to skip any of the comments. Wholesome. That's probably the most wholesome audio clip you'll get. That's true. I'm surprised I haven't gotten N-words. N-words. Which I wouldn't usually be opposed to saying, but unfortunately I'm on YouTube. So, the soft A. Hard R is a different thing entirely. But a soft A, we use that in Miami, Florida. Those are used like periods down here. People just say it normally. It's a normal thing, especially among the Latin culture. But once you hear once a white girl hears that word, they go, oh, what? No, I can't stand for this. They can't speak for themselves, so I have to give them a voice. That's the bigotry of low expectations of a white girl, which is what I say. I always say that drunk housewives run this country. So that was fun. Let's see. Steve Brooksy says, just got here. Can confirm that real life beats virginity. There you go. Dad is proud. Daddy is proud. Thank you, Steve. I hope one day you show up and you go, hey, man, what's up, Piggy? I'm a big fan of your work. And you go, I'm fucking Steve Brooksy. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to equally lose my mind if you actually end up being Steve Brooks. If you somehow actually end up being Steve Brooks. Although I think I've talked nothing but shit about the Magic Cafe. So I don't know if you would like that. What else here? I guess defense, autism, pig woman. Speaking of having a chance, I guess this works well. Right? This is a woman that's obsessed with swine. She's obsessed with pigs. So anybody that's ever told me, Piggy, you don't have a chance, right? You'll never know what the shape of a woman looks like naked. I assume this is what it looks like, right? This right here, like a rectangular shape, is what the glorious hole that all these guys in pornography keep talking about, the thing, right? Let me know if I'm accurate. But I have a chance with this one.
Sharon spends up to 15 hours a week searching for swine on her computer or in stores to add to her growing collection.
I think about my collection every hour when I'm out shopping.
So here's the thing, right? If she's looking at pigs and swine and all things pig, inevitably you're going to come into me. So there's about a 96% chance that this woman is aware of me and my content, especially if she's obsessed with pigs. But I don't see my shirt in the background. I don't see my merch. I don't see anything that could indicate that she's a pig fan, a PigCake fan. She's definitely a fan of pigs. But there's a good likelihood that if she's this obsessed with pigs, that I'm part of it, that I'm part of her obsession.
Looking at things, if I find a pig, gotta have it.
A lot of times they're not big expenses, but it's kind of like getting pelted to death with popcorn. Over a period of time, if you have $105 pigs, it's still $500.
Now, I did watch that, and I was wondering about that particular comparison. How long do you think it'll take to kill somebody just throwing popcorn at them? You think that could actually get to the point of death? I mean, if the person starves, then yeah, okay, that makes sense. But if you're throwing popcorn, like 100 years, would it take 100 years? 300 years of me throwing popcorn at you to kill you? Somebody has to do that math. Somebody has to be very autistic enough to do that math.
The sheer number of pigs in her house, Sharon spends up to 2 hours daily compulsively cleaning her massive collection.
Dirty little pigs.
When
Dirty
I was a
little
teenager,
pigs.
I did not invite people over to my house because of the pigs.
That's a daughter. The daughter's not terrible. I gotta say, the daughter's for an older woman, I guess, middle-aged woman, pretty. Doesn't seem to have any problems compared to the mother that seems to have a problem hoarding pigs. And you could tell by the fucking hat that she has, which is just tremendous.
I look for a pig.
For years, Sharon's family has tolerated her
Now,
obsession.
I like pigs. I gotta tell you, I'm a big fan of pigs, obviously. As you could tell by the channel, PigCake. I don't like cake, though, but I love pigs. I also got one tattooed on my person. This is one of the only sort of real tattoos that I have, but this one is it's I shit on it because it's a pig with a pig tattoo. So all my tattoos are ironic, and this one is also adds to that. But I love pigs. I also love ducks. I'm a huge fan of ducks. I think that they're adorable and underrated creatures. The only problem is that they defecate every 15 minutes. That's the only reason why I don't have a duck buddy. And also, you need to get 2 of them, because if not, they die of loneliness. How sad is that? How sad is that? That if you get 1 duck and you just use that duck and have that as your pet, they'll probably die because they need another pet duck buddy. So I don't think that I'm this obsessed with pigs enough to where I'm going to end up on some sort of television program. She has, does she have actual pigs? I was inspired. It seems like she doesn't have pigs, though. That's the part that really astonishes me. One of the comments says, when she dusted off one, it said dirty little pigs. So nothing wrong with that. I got to say, she's not harming anyone. Maybe her wallet, but it's one of those obsessions that it's not really that bad. The ones that I've seen on that show are like, oh, I can't stop eating my couch cushion. I only eat French fries. I've never had a vegetable. So those are the ones that I typically see on that show. So pig, I'll go with that. Also, I'm sexually attracted to this bridge. That's one that also you might want to consider some professional help. Let's see. Whoa, like a real girl? That's funny. She's married, says Danielle. I'm not interested. I'm not a fan of GILFs. I think established by the magic buzz. My range is between, I would say, 22 and 33. That's my range, per se. Piggy is half African, otherwise known as Halfrican. So technically, he could say the N-word. Yeah, it is my word. But alas, I'll get bitched at by a bunch of white women, and I don't want that. Or white dudes. White Californians, which is the equivalent of white chicks. Why would I want a girlfriend when I have sponge balls? You're right. Right? Why would you need a girlfriend if you have sponge balls? Right? Why would you need a girlfriend? You're wrong. That was a twist. I hope you learn a lesson. You need a girlfriend. Everybody needs a partner. They need somebody that they could share their experiences with, that we live on this planet. And guess what? If you dedicate yourself to magic, that's lame. At least try to feel a butt every week. That's your goal. Feel a butt every week. It doesn't matter. Equal opportunity here. This is the Gaberhood.
This is the Gaberhood, and you are not welcome.
Girl or guy butt, but if you're a magician, set yourself a goal for at least touching 1 butt a week. Let's see. Let's go through here. Aren't you glad you're not a duck? Says Manel. I used to have ducks, says H Syndicate. All ducks are serial rapists. The women evolved. Jesus, fuck, this got crazy. All ducks are serial rapists. The women evolved to have anti-assault mechanisms. Also, duck F dead animals. All right. I don't know if I agree with that, but I respect your right to say it. I respect your right to say whatever that was. Toby Writing says, nah, it's a voice transformer. Gotta be. So he doesn't believe the fact that we have a female that actually watches my stuff. I think I have a 3% female demo. I have a 3% female demographic on the channel. Let's see another voicemail here. Let me check this one. This one is from Ned.
Hey, Piggy. I was doing an extra virgin-y thing today. I was cruising around the Magic Cafe, looking around for some, sidestep and stuff. Just because I'm a fan of doing it. It's easy, simple, fun to do. But I was also just got me thinking, what do you think of sidesteps versus memorized stack work? Everyone on the Magic Cafe, which was, by the way, a bad idea to go on to, was just telling me that I'm an idiot and should just memorize a stack. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's the retarded part about that. You're going to get a lot of people, and this is going to get really virgin-y, so I apologize. But sidesteppings I'm a fan of because it doesn't require a lot of work. It's a stacked deck. You could cut the cards. You know what the top card is by looking at the bottom card. Now, there's a lot of benefit to memorizing a deck. I know one system that doesn't require memory. It's called Memories, I believe, by Michael Weber, and it's my favorite one. The only problem is that you can't show the deck because the deck is in a very obvious order. But it does allow you to have somebody name a number, and you can know where that card is. And somebody can name a card, and you know exactly where that number is, where that card resides, which is the point of a memorized deck. You could show the deck ostensibly, but you can't show it like this because then they're gonna go, "Oh, all right, I see what you did there." But that's my favorite alternative because I'm lazy. But size 7s is great. I remember the first time I ever performed something with that, I got caught out. And I was very astonished as to how I got caught out because I had them pick a card. And then I guess I made it obvious that I cut this to the bottom. And then I put this in the card box like this. And then they go, "Oh, you looked at the bottom card and that lets you know what that card is." And I go, "Yeah, you guessed it. I don't know how the fuck you managed to guess it." So make sure you actually have an effect. Make sure you use it for something other than just revealing a playing card. But I'm a fan. I got to tell you, I'm definitely a fan of it. If you're going to perform memory deck work, there are workarounds that you could do with the size 7s. However, I recommend looking up Memories by Weber, Michael Weber, who's recently been essentially through the mud on the Magic Cafe. So interestingly enough, you see how everything ties together? It's a circle of life, my friend. Let me go through another comment. Sorry, not another comment. I guess another topic, seeing that I have a bunch. I guess let me show you this right here. This is the self-defense technique that I guess you could use. I showed you guys one yesterday, and I really hope that you haven't gotten to use it yet. It's like a plunger. You never want to use it, but you want to have it. So a lot of people want to get guns, but they don't want the responsibility of having a gun, whatever, pussy, but or can't afford it. Like me, I don't want to buy a gun. I either get a gun or pay rent, essentially. Here in Miami, where the prices of rent have gone up again exponentially for no reason. Before I lose my mind. So you want to use martial arts techniques to kind of replace the need for a gun. And this is another one. So let me show you guys this one and hope that you guys could learn something. Again, and this channel is not just for magic. It's for everything. It's for life. All right, so here it is.
Stance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stance. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
That's all for now.
Now, what's good about that, just to break it down for you guys that might not be so martial arts inclined like I am. Now, what's good is that when you cross your hands like this, they don't know where you're going. Right? They don't know what you're doing. So they're going to be confused right off the bat. And they're going to go, "What's going on there?" In that confusion, that's where you hit him with the first kick. That's where you get him with this one. Look, cross hands. "Oh, what's going on? Oh, what's he doing? Oh, and I've been kicked." And before I know it, did you see how lightning fast the second kick was? So look at this. I'm confused because I don't know what he's doing with his crossed hands. I'm there looking at him, squinting. And then when I'm squinting, I already get kicked in the face once. And then when I'm reeling back from that, I'm getting kicked in the face again. So there's no chance for me with this. So this is a very powerful technique. And then if you just want to completely decimate them and make sure that their family doesn't even recognize them in the casket, or to ensure that they have a closed casket funeral, look at this technique afterwards.
2, 3, 4.
The 3, 4. Now what that does is that the first one is going to hit them in the chest, and that's going to actually cave in their sternum. And the second one, you want to hit them, as he demonstrates here, you want to hit them here in the chin, right? Now, what that's going to do, medically, it's called fucking them up, right? Where you punch them here, and it's going to move their jawbone back. Now, when your jawbone, it's all connected. Your jawbone, let me just show you here. When you hit them with this, your jawbone is going to go into your spine. And the base of your spine here connects to your brain. So when you hit them, it's going to discombobulate and disconnect and sever the connection between your spine and the brain. So I hate to show you this. I really do, because this is a last resort sort of thing. This is like a forgive me master. I have to go all out sort of action. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for everyone. I just got reminded. I need to catch up on my Rurouni Kenshin, shut up. But this one is definitely one that you want to keep in the arsenal. The first one that I showed you yesterday, that back fist, notice, is only 2 hits. This is 4 hits. So they might not make it out of that. So I just want to let you guys know, sometimes, you don't necessarily, you leave your gun in the car. Maybe you're from a state with no freedom and you can't have a gun on you. So this works excellently as a defense for that, but only as a last resort. Let's go through these. I got a 6 hour. I got Joyo. I can't say that. I'm too Latin trash. Joyo 6 hour mem deck, and it's so worth it. Why memorize a deck when we have size Stebbins? Let's see here. Spends thousands of hours with slights. Won't take 10 hours to memorize a deck. Lol. Sounds very familiar. I don't know. Steve Brooksy, you sound like somebody else that I used to know. Somebody that I used to know that was big on memorized decks. Let's go here. Size 7 is underrated. It's an amazing tool. I do mem work, but don't underestimate the steps. There you go. A lot of virginity in regards to a memorized deck. Danielle says, did you know that male ducks have a 23-inch barbed corkscrew penis, and the female cuties are corkscrewed in the opposite direction? So I guess that kind of helps lock them in. It's like cats. I've heard cats have weird cocks. If only we had that. So then all I had to do was just find a way to get in it, and she can't pull out. So that's kind of unfortunate that our penises are such perfectly shaped for the hole and then easy to pull out. Like, it's easy for her to say no. That wasn't funny. Thanks for showing me these self-defense techniques other people could try against me. That is true. If any of you guys ever fight against each other and you do the move against each other, then I don't even know why. I don't even know what the... Thinking about it gives me fucking anxiety. Thank God I took my Lexapro. That guy makes Steve Wonderboy Thompson look like an amateur. Dana White needs to give him a shot. That's what I say. I watched some Power Rangers that seem legit. I don't like that. I don't like that. That sounds a little bit. You sound like you're making fun of the guy. You sound like you're making fun of the guy, and I don't agree with that. But that's just a fun little technique just to show you guys. Is that another voicemail that I got? No, bro. I'm gonna call you in 2 minutes. Everybody wants to talk to old Piggy. I'm the glue that holds my circle together. I say that without any sort of full of shitness, I guess. I'm the glue that holds my circle together. Without me, the circle will fall apart. Here we have Andrew. We have another voicemail by Andrew. Let's see how Andrew gets me this time.
Yeah, I get it, Piggy. Girls are tight. Aye, girls are tight. But ladies are loose, Piggy. Loose caboose. You got me?
Was that a fucking laugh track? Did you have a laugh track in the back?
Yeah, I get it, Piggy.
Hold up, let's...
Girls are tight.
Oh, I can't skip.
Aye, girls are tight. But ladies are loose, Piggy. Loose caboose. You got me?
You had a fucking laugh track there. That's kind of full of shit. I feel like that might be a little bit full of yourself there, thinking you're part of some sort of show. You are right. You're right. And typically when it comes to the like college 18 to 22, they don't know what they're doing. You don't know what's going on, which is why I think Louis C.K. has a bit on dudes that go after the younger ones. And what are you doing? They're not. What do you want? Have terrible sex? Is that what you want to have? That's a Louis C.K. joke. Okay, don't say, "Hey, Piggy," that's Piggy's joke. I'm quoting him badly, but say, I get it. You get experience. They're older. They've been around. But it's like if this, let's say this is my dinky, or this straw represents my dinky, and the opening of this cup represents their loose slit, right? Am I really getting anything out of this? You think that there's any sort of excitement that I'm getting from just rubbing up on the side of your labia majora? No. I want to have a difficulty. I want to have difficulty in there. So maybe I'll keep them to you. You keep the old ones to you, and I'll keep the of age ones to me, where I have to lie to them and tell them that I'm not a magician by profession. Let's go through some of these comments. Manel says, you're full of shit. I don't know what you mean by that. Cheers for the tip, Xavier. Cameron, I would honestly say learn both. Size Stebbins is a system that always works. Demonica is a pure mem deck. That's true. You don't have to necessarily commit. With a memorized deck, you do have to commit because you don't want, oh, let me learn this one and this one and this one. You want to have one that you know in and out. But a Size Stebbins, you don't need memory. So you can just have it there and you're good. Even though technically a memorized deck would work in the same way for that. But a Size Stebbins takes a little bit of the thought away from that. You don't have any guns? What kind of American are you? I have 3. I know. I'm being very cheap. And I know that when I get a gun, I'm going to be cheap about it and I'm going to regret it. But I want a revolver, as dumb as that is. I know people have told me, oh, Piggy, that's stupid. What 6 shots? 6 is all I need. All right, 6 is all I need. But I'm cheap. I'm being very cheap. And I don't want to get a gun when I could, I don't know, pay rent. Let's go through these as well. The state I live in is in a state of calamity, says Manel. That's funny. Not pin-worthy, but that's funny. Let's see here. Piggy, you are the glue of your friend group. A standard glue stick is about 4 inches tall. Two. That was so hard. It gave me literal AIDS. Oh. All right. Replace pinned comment. You get the pin of shame, Steve Brooksy, for that atrocious attempt. No, I got hiccups. I'm making fun of my height. You should be ashamed of yourself. And feel bad for being the pin. So let's all point and laugh at you, Steve Brooksy. Ha ha, you fuck. You curly-haired fuck. You ramen noodle-haired fuck. All right. What else do we have here? We have car idiots, autism. It's funny that wasn't autism, by the way. The previous one wasn't autism. But this one is. And this is the bit. Autism is not bad. Right? It's not bad. People have a negative connotation. Oh, autism this, autism that. No, autism is not bad. So I found this video.
Has anybody...
and this led me down a rabbit hole. So this is on TikTok. And let's let the video speak for itself.
Has anybody really, stopped to ask why there's a woman on this app working from dawn to dusk on a solo mining operation underneath her suburban home? Because at this point, it's just starting to feel like she knows something that we don't.
Okay. So obviously this set me off because I'm like, what do you mean? There's somebody on TikTok that's building a mine underneath her home in suburbia? That's kind of crazy. And of course, I looked up the person. And this, I love this. This is phenomenal. There's obvious that there's some level autism here. There has to be. I'm not saying that like a bad thing. Most doctors are autistic. I'm a little bit autistic. But here, this is the perfect type of autism. Look at the structure and what this person has done with her time.
Let's talk about shoring and sinkholes. In the deepest section of my suburban mine, I have not yet installed any supports. I get a lot of comments about the likelihood of collapse or of a sinkhole somehow occurring. That is understandable if dewatering caused underground erosion or if there was widespread subsidence. Fortunately, it's all rock and very stable, although I do plan to shore it eventually. Historically, mine shafts were supported with timber props that would be in areas where the roof needed reinforcement.
Fuck yeah.
In some places, even that might be avoided. Nowadays, rigs like this beautiful Sandvik are used to install bolts. Afterwards, gunite may be applied for further reinforcement. I've been doing a little bit of both methods. For rock bolting, I drilled 18-inch holes in the ceiling and inserted rebar with some grout. Although this helps avoid small layers of rock falling, professional mines use at least 4-foot bolts.
I know that I'm not saying anything. I'm just taken aback by her knowledge. I'm taken aback by the amount of work she's done. You're going to see how it looks like in comparison to her home. Unbelievable amount of work that this has taken to mine. And she's looking for sandstone. That's what she's doing. She's essentially playing Minecraft in real life.
In place. I've also used wood supports, though they are temporary as they will rot out. This particular prop has been here over 6 months under the most precarious span. Notice how the ceiling has not subsided at all.
Look at that.
But for the long term, especially since this is under my house, I am using steel and reinforced concrete to be airstrike resistant. Fortunately, I've not...
To be airstrike resistant, this woman is based. This is what we need more of. This is what we need more of.
many issues with rock stability and will continue carefully monitoring for safety.
I'm speechless. I saw that and I was just so impressed by the knowledge. And I saw a bunch of her other videos and I was just taken aback by how much effort and just the knowledge and the tutelage. And she's always answering people's questions. And she's putting videos that are useful to people that might be interested in mining and rocks. And she's talking about corrosion and all these other things and different types of rocks and kinds of rocks. She wants to build a castle using the things she's mined from her mine. Amazing. We need more of that. Instead, we have people like this.
With cheetah dust and empty Mountain Dew cans all around them.
That's what gets the majority of attention. But not a woman that's committed to a hobby, or in this case, I don't know if that's her fucking profession. But unbelievable. My goodness, I'm impressed with that. Let me see here. So that goes under autism. Let's see what the comments say. Breaking news, Indiana iron workers told they need to keep working despite their death. I have Mossberg Shockwave for self-defense. It's a legal sawed-off shotgun. It's awesome. I think a shotgun is too big. I'd like to have something that I could carry on me or have on me just in case. A revolver's nice. It's good, right? It's kind of the classic. You have that bit. Reminds me of First 48, one of my favorite shows. When they were down here in Miami, this guy had a revolver. And he goes up to a guy that's about to fucking shoot up. And he goes, hey, put that down. Like this. I don't know if that's proper technique. But he's been in the force for 30 years at that point. So he comes up to the guy and he goes, hey, put that down. And he had a revolver. So I found that odd too. Considering the show was recorded in 2008. Steve, you hurt his feelings? He didn't hurt my feelings. Okay? Didn't hurt my feelings. What if she's actually LARPing and it's a national park that she's destroying off her views? Well, she does show her house in other videos. You could look it up. She does show her house and show how it goes under. Preppers are the best, is Magic Buzz. See, there you go. That's a woman of autist, an older woman that I wouldn't mind procreating with. Because, you know, number one, it's going to be tight. And number two, you know that you're going to learn something. She's going to teach you some valuable skills about mining that I didn't know before. This is the prequel to the movie Barbarian. That's great. She thinks she's Batman. I don't know if building a mine is autistic or genius. It's a fine line. I find it funny. I find it funny how people consider anyone smart autistic because of their insecurities of not being smart. I'm very smart. I'm very intelligent. Okay, Hene? I'm too intelligent to the fact where it affects my day-to-day life. I'm like, whoa, man, if I wish I was dumber, because I'd be living life a lot easier. Let's see. I don't know if somebody sent me another voicemail. I doubt it. But if not, we'll get into, I guess, what's the main topic here? The main topic is this one, influencer. So this is the one that I wanted to show you that I found on Twitter. Now, this is from a woman that's done some videos in restaurants. As a matter of fact, I thought one of them that she did was a serious video, and it turned out to be a parody. It turned out to be a skit. I don't believe that. I think she's that much of a vapid cunt. Now, this one, you could see what's going on. I don't know if it's 100% true, but I will show you. And I do have the hypothesis that she is doing this with 100% unirony, I guess. Let me just... So let me show you what I'm talking about here.
Here is the full video of none of the photographers taking a photo of me.
Now, before we keep going, so we have some sort of carpeted event. Now, there is a questionable cut here. You notice that there is a cut where it cuts to the camera people not caring and her kind of doing her hair. Maybe that could have been just to cut out awkwardness. But
here is the full video of none of the photographers taking a photo of me.
So they're not taking pictures of her. This is the part that got me douche chills. The part that's coming up.
Easy. Leave it on the white thing over there. Okay, yeah. Do you want photos too with this? Yeah. More from like a street. Yeah. Okay, you're good. Thanks, lady. Okay.
She goes back. She goes fucking back. Now, again, I'm taking this video with a grain of salt. I don't know if this is a skit. I don't know if it's a parody, making fun of people that think that they're influencers. But I'm leading on this is a real scenario that took place. And she went again. She went again. I'm trying to see what I know I put a response to this. Let me see what my response was. It was Mr. Beast offering 100 million wouldn't get me to post this online, as well as Jesus couldn't make me post this online. So this is great. This one is same energy.
Scarlett Johansson! Scarlett, over here! Scarlett Johansson! Scarlett!
Laura Linney. Whoops.
Oh. Am I retarded here? Am I the retard? Am I the one that's incorrect? I think I'm not. I think I'm accurate here. I think that this is a genuine one. I do recall that this happened before. I do recall that this did happen before with another person, and that was just, I think, even worse than this one. She didn't go back. The other one didn't go back. I need to find that video now that I remembered it. But she went back and said, hey, I'm going to try this again. And at least according to the video, they didn't care. Oh, am I just... Influencers, my friend. 2023 is a year of the supposed influencer. God knows how many kids are telling their teachers, when I grow up, I want to be an influencer. I want to be a vlogger. I want to be a YouTuber. And they think somehow that because they have 100,000 followers on TikTok, that means something. No. Ew. And all these celebrities that are just popping up randomly, that you don't know who the fuck they are. And you look at the comments and it's a bunch of consumers going, oh my God, I loved her in Marvel. Ugh. So, assuming that is real, that's cringe. If that's fake, all right. Still based on a real thing. Let's go here. PigCakes. I made my own vision box, but it costs a lot less. Would you be down to review, support, and provide quotes for it? I have a lot of applications for it. I don't know what a vision box is. Am I dumb? But saying a vision box, is that like that you could peek in the box? Is that what that is? Piggy, you need 1911 38 Super. They're easy to handle. Then the 45. I imagine. I've heard nothing but having to have essentially the wrist strength of Thor in order to handle a 45. But I thought a 38 was tiny. I thought a 38 was like a really small one. Pardon my virginity when it comes to that. Piggy, you need that. Okay, so I might look into that. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's look into that now. 1911.38. Let's see what that is. This right here, let me make sure that I got the right one. 1911 38 Super. 38 Super. This might not be up everyone's alley. But so this one says classic. I don't know if this is it. I'm looking up images of what it is. This is what you're recommending, even though I said I wanted a revolver. But alas, I guess that a gun that makes me look like I'm some sort of Mexican tyrant of a cartel is also good. Like this one especially, my goodness. El Presidente. So that looks, I think that's what my neighbor has, as a matter of fact. I think that might be what he has. When, unfortunately, the Rio neighbor passed away, he left a nice gun, one gun, that is now in this house. But alas, I need one of my own. Let's see. Let's go through this one. You've been lifting, Piggy? You're starting to look like Popeye with the tattoos. Have I been lifting? Can you tell? Can you tell that I've been lifting? You know what I saw the other day that really got me annoyed? I was going through, I forgot what place, and some guy was holding onto his phone, but he was holding onto his phone flexing his arm. So he was walking sideways. I was going to some sort of bar, and I just see the guy, and he's holding onto his phone, just flexing every muscle on his body as if his phone weighed 100 pounds. Are people not aware that we have eyeballs? That we know that you're straining yourself, obviously? That nobody looks like that naturally? So I saw that, and again, my douche radar went off the chart. This is the same energy as asking a girl out again or checking if somebody wants to see a trick. No, I think it has the same energy as offering to do a trick for someone, them saying no, and then being persistent. Oh, God. No. You have to see this. You have to see this. No, you really have to see. You don't? No. Pick one. Take one. Go ahead. And then now they're... All right. And they're not into it, but you're still into it. Oh, God. Oh, sorry. Let's go through this one. Grains of salt hurt my eyes. Wow. Robin Thicke. Yeah, Robin Thicke was there, which is kind of lets you know the celebrities. Let's go through this one. PigCake, buy a crossbow. They're cheaper than guns. That is true. But if somebody were to come here, maybe they might be taken off if I come out naked with a crossbow. You might be right there. You might be right. It's a change switch and a vanish box, says Xavier. Yeah, I'm always interested in goodies. It's not even Thanksgiving and they're playing Christmas music and somehow they're playing songs from the Frozen soundtrack. There's no love for Thanksgiving. There's no love for that, especially in a very liberal society where they make it seem like we're in there molesting all the indigenous people of the United States. And they're like, no, that's disgusting. It was a genocide. It's like, they were all fighting each other. Everybody was fighting each other. Okay, shut up. So in that case, you're right. There's no love for Thanksgiving. It just skips. After Halloween, it skips directly to Christmas. And I'm not a fan of that, even though I love Christmas. But you're right, Nicholas. A Glock 17X is a good choice. I don't know why. Every time I hear Glock, I think black people. But okay, let's go Glock 17X. This looks like, I don't know why it's the same color as like Kanye's boots. This right here. Again, I said revolver. These are all guns. I mean, a revolver's a gun, but you know what I mean. Going through some more comments here. We'll see. Glock 19 is great, simple, reliable, and always goes bang, which is what I need. Beretta 92, nor more nor less, the best. I feel like I'd gladly take the advice from somebody who looks like they're a prepper. Magic Buzz. I don't know if that accurately defines you or describes you. Look at this with the sight and everything. What the fuck is this? My goodness. I'd also like something that I could carry on me, right? That I could just, if I'm walking, for example, I'm on a walk. I don't worry about getting fucking accosted. And I could immediately go in there and take it out in case you need it, which unfortunately in this day and age, it's something that you do need. But I don't know. I have to look around. So my qualifications, I need something small. I need something light. I need something I could carry on me while I'm walking. And that would make me a happy man. But again, I'm not in the market now because way too much price. Fucking, if what was the other thing that I was buying the other day? Oranges are like $8 for like a 3-pound bag of oranges. I have to imagine these guns are very expensive. Oh, let's go through here. Most 38 revolvers don't have safeties on them. Plus, they don't hold as many rounds. Brianna Villa Canyar says this one's going into the compilation. That's tremendous. I don't know what the picture is. I can't see the picture on the profile picture there. Let's see what we have. I mean, that's kind of a hottie, to be honest. Or whatever this account is. I mean, I spoke too fucking soon. I deserve one of these for that. Maybe a hottie 5 years ago. I'll give you that. Let's go back through here. Go through this one. Reload 6 to 8 at once, but if you need that, you're in some real trouble. Yeah, I'd have to have the fast. I'd have to have the quick thing, right? I'd have to have the quick reload bit. If not, I'm just gonna be there like, all right, let me just hold on, please. Trayvon, hold up. Give me a second. Let me just all right, and we're good. Right? So that's way too long. That should definitely go in a compilation. Tier 1 concealed holsters are awesome. They're what I used to carry my Glock 19. MP9, great firing rate and small recoil, says Manel. I want to look out the MP9 just for... I haven't played Call of Duty in a while, so my gun knowledge is not... That's great, yeah. This is what Manel recommended. Good, yeah, light carry, EDC for sure. Everyday carry for sure. Fuck. I don't know why that makes me giggle so much. By the way, those are actually good crossbows now. They shoot multiple times and reload like Legolas or Twin Strike Excalibur. Also, crossbows are quite. And I think you meant to say something else here. Magic Orthodoxy. Did somebody say influencer? Well, you're technically an influencer. Magic Orthodoxy. As a matter of fact, you're the influencer because you've influenced so many people, including me, to purchase magic products. So that's kind of a funny thing. Your choice for guns sounds about right for the neighborhood, says Ed Blitch. Thank you for that. That's great. Still like, no, you're the fattest. Trayvon Lamau. Yeah, that was a funny bit. I hope that Slatzer.
In that, it was done.
Magic Orthodoxy just subscribed. I feel like you've subscribed forever ago. I don't like that that's an oversight in the YouTube subscription thing where you get a notification if you resubscribe. Is that the way it works? Although, what I was about to say about Slatzer, as a matter of fact, I had this popped up. Let me open this real quick. This is one of my favorite parts of these live streams. Right, so we have yesterday's live stream, Biker Magicians, and Slatzer, who decides to take time out of his day. I owe him a blowjob as well, to label specific moments in the live stream. And my favorite part of it is this. For example, let's just randomly click on something like, let's see, let's see if I could find a good one here. Reminder of that. Fuck, I know that I saw one. Piggy goes to what's coming up. No, Piggy Burton does a magic trick. Fuck, I just read one here that was great earlier. Oh, right here. Piggy's favorite bedtime snack. Let's click on this and see what I say.
It's a black penis, right? So let me go here and show you what I'm talking about. It's going to be...
So you see the bit there. That makes me giggle every time I click on this and I see one of these. Because typically if I read it and it's something like, oh, Piggy talks about what his favorite thing to eat is. And I click on it, it's going to be something in regards to a phallic joke or maybe some sort of coitus. So I appreciate that. It makes me giggle. What else did I have here? I know I had one more, but I think I exited out by accident. The amount of gun recommendations that I'm getting is kind of impressive here. When I fooled your ass, says Hungry and Hungover. Hi, David, Magic Orthodoxy. How's it going? You need an MG42. Yeah, I need something that if any police officer were to see and catch on me, I'd get shot immediately without questioning it. The chat section just hired you a security guard, says Jump. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like I'm getting nothing but good recommendations for GATs, as they say, nearby where I live. I thought I was subbed as well, says Magic Orthodoxy, unless you unsubbed. Or unless you're Magic Orthodoxy at hotmail.com, just like, unbiased magic reviews at hotmail.com. Let's see, the look and style of the 1911, but the high capacity 9mm brings, and I think you meant to say it. Jim, that was great. PigCake compilation, says Briar Vina Kanyar. PigCake, of course, with a K, and then another K, and then another K on compilation, implying that I'm part of some sort of white supremacist group. What else here? Get a Zip 22. That sounds, speaking of neighborhood, let's look that up. Zip 22. That sounds like, that's phenomenal. That is just astonishing. If this is a real thing, if this is a real gun, I'm taken aback. That's exactly what I want. I want this. Give me this. This magazine. Fuck. I keep getting phone calls. That's exactly what I'm looking for right here. Fuck. Could you imagine? Don't laugh at me if I take that out. I'll get laughed at by the people that are robbing me. That's no joke. Someone emailed me the other day and said they were getting contacted by a Hotmail account posing as me. Apparently, there's somebody doing it. There's somebody going around doing it. I'm still not sure about the unbiased one. I know that there's some things that we looked at behind the scenes that were indicative of, it being within a certain range of location. But I believe both. I believe unbiased wouldn't necessarily come up with something that was so dumb, and I also think that I know Lloyd by no chance would lie or come up with anything, nor would Christian. So that's still a thing that's left in the cosmos. The zip was so AIDS, it was destroyed. It destroyed the company that manufactured it. So it's like what's the one? The Yugo. There you go. It's like the Yugo that some people swear by, even though it's technically the same, has the same structural rigidity as a aluminum can. See, there you go. Unbiased Magic Review says fake accounts are impossible to make. Fake accounts are impossible to make. Here's a man that needs no introduction. Don Juan, guys. Don Juan. The secret to doing unbiased is you got to put your tongue. You got to have your tongue against your bottom teeth. That's the secret to doing unbiased. But I think those are all the topics. I've gone through everything here, my friends. Seems like we've had a great show. Have you handled a firearm before? Yeah, I've gone shooting a couple of times. It was definitely an eye-opening experience when I first went shooting, because the thing is that you pick up a gun and it is robust. It's not heavy, but it does feel weird because you wouldn't imagine for this small thing to have the power that it does. And I don't know what I shot. It was some 9mm bullshit, but the kick. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't expect that to come out of it. So it was a very eye-opening experience. Reminds me of an article that I saw not so long ago. I don't know if I saved it or not. But this guy was talking about how he was essentially taken to tears after shooting an AR-15. And he's like, the butt pressed against my shoulder, almost dislocating it. The smoke engulfed my entire palate. I couldn't even breathe. I'm like, hey, just make an article where you write the words "I'm a pussy" over and 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 over again, and that would have been the exact same. But alas, my search for guns still remains, my friends. If you have any suggestions, please send them to me, as I'm in the market. But or if you want to sell me a gun at cost, or way cheaper than cost, I'm also open to that. But apart from that, I guess some advice at the video. I like to give advice at the end of these live streams. The self-defense technique, as I mentioned earlier from earlier in the stream, only use that in a last resort basis. Also, kettle calling the pot black. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a hypocrite. That's one of the biggest things. And also, love pigs, I guess. That was the other one that I guess we talked about. I love pigs. Nancy Pelosi is into aggressive insider trading. So look out for that. Xavier says, PigCake, are you on Discord? Yeah, I'm on Discord. I have a Discord server. I think this link is in the description section. But you know what they say, my friends? They say...